Hello and welcome back to yet another incredible video. And today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top 10 favorite hanging lamp DIYs using Dollar Tree items. So let's get into it. So right away here, I am using those MDF rounds. You guys know I love to use those. I'm using one of those real wreath forms, and I'm also using some chopping mats. And this entire project is going to be brought together just using items from the Dollar Tree. Okay, so the first thing I do here is go ahead and build my drum, and I do so by connecting the chopping mats to the MDF circles. So while this project was easy to do, I will definitely say that an extra pair of hands at times was incredibly helpful. So shout out to Aaron in the comments for providing me with a little extra assistance to get this project done. So right now what I'm doing is measuring down the size of the strips that I'm going to use to create the design on the outside of the lamp. Okay, so I wanted to just insert a few clips that are inspiring me so that you guys know where it is that I'm trying to take us as we begin putting this lamp together. Okay, so those strips that we measured and cut down, I am going to start to apply them to the drum. And I am doing so using hot glue and making sure that there's a curve in the strip. And so I just keep going like this until I cover the drum of the lamp. And again, an extra set of hands is very nice for this. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you guys my patented hack. It's not, but it should be patented. Hack that I use for all of my hanging lamps. And that is, I'm going to take another one of the MDF rounds and the wheel form, and I'm going to basically cut down the wheel form and then connect it to my MDF circle. And this basically creates the most perfect hanging lamp situation you've ever seen. And then I'm basically just gonna cut that inner circle so that I can slide my cord in when we're ready, connected to my drum using hot glue and E6000, and that's pretty much it. I did have some of that hat material, so I did do a little decorative trim on it just to kind of make it look nice. So entirely optional, but I took my lamp outside and just spray painted the whole thing white. It just helped to make it look more finished when it was hanging. Okay, so I've showed you guys before, and I'm just showing you again what sort of lighting that I put inside of my lamps. I love this. I got this from Amazon, but they sell them in a lot of different places. And then I'm also just showing you guys how I get it into my actual hanging lamp. So I love the way this came out, obviously. This was perfect for our living room revamp, and we could not be happier with it. And of course it took teamwork, which is always kind of cool. Make sure you guys check out some of the other lamp videos that I have up. I have so many of them up right now. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already so that you do not miss future lamp videos. Okay, So this very first hanging lamp DIY we are going to do is going to be so easy. You're going to think I'm kidding. And that is, I'm just using one of those laundry baskets from the Dollar Tree, just a white one. And I will start to get this down to the shape that I need. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is trim off that bottom ring. And this is just so that I have a nice clean edge. Then you will see me cut out that plastic part that is in the center of the bottom of the basket. Then I will take it outside and I will spray paint it. And what I'm going for here is kind of just a bronze type color, but ultimately you could spray paint this whatever you like. Okay, so as is the case with all of our lamps today, I'm just using one of those hanging lamp cords, and I will just basically slip it through whatever the hole is in the lamp. And then we just went ahead and hung it up on our porch here, and I personally think she has been recreated. She does not look like her basket self. She looks a little different to me, but make sure you guys let me know in the comments if you are feeling this kind of modern, almost industrial type design. Going to be using 2 of those, I guess, plastic big gulp cups that Dollar Tree had and that were all the rage. And I will be prepping these by obviously taking the straw out and removing any stickers. After that, I'm going to go ahead and just remove that top layer, if that makes sense, or the upper lip. I'm just going to take my scissors and cut it right there, and you'll watch how this happens. You will also see me mark off 2 circles or a circle at the top of each cup, and this is for later. Okay, so now that my cups are prepped, I take them outside and give them the spray paint treatment. And this is really what's going to help sell this DIY, so choose your colors and choose your technique wisely. You will see me paint the inside of the cups this beautiful copper color, and then I flip them over and start with a base coat of this almost kind of turquoise jewel looking color, and then I come back in and lay down just a little bit of a light kind of dusting, if you will, of some different colors of brown. And this is because I really wanted an effect that felt very rich and very moody. So watch as this comes together. After my spray paint has dried, I come outside with my hot knife. And be careful when you guys are using this, but I go ahead and cut out those 2 circles that I made at the top of each cup. Okay, so of course I use that hole that we made at the top to put our light cord through, and then we get these up. And I have to say, I really love the look of these. The color is very different, but again, that effect that we did with the spray paint is really making it feel rich and making it feel very, very moody to me. I even kind of like how some of the background or something is popping through the cup, because it's giving it almost like an element like they're made out of glass. So again, let me know if you guys are feeling these pendant lamps. And I'm going to be using some of these wire baskets. And you might remember that I did use some wire baskets to make another lamp, and I will link that in the description box. So once my baskets are primed and ready, you will see me flip one upside down and then remove that bottom part of the basket. And then you will also see me come through with some pliers and just pull those tines inward so that the sharp part is not poking out. Next, you will see me make a circle on the bottom of my other basket and then go ahead and cut that out as well. After that, you will see me grab some of those kind of wood round circles that I think we all love to use in our DIYs, and I will glue one down on the bottom / top, and then I will flip it over, and on the inside I will glue the other one, kind of sandwiching the glue between the two circle rounds. So I'm doing this so that I have a nice smooth round area for my light to sit in. So after that's done, I take my two baskets and I basically put them top to top. And then I go around with some zip ties, and I love this set of zip ties I bought from Walmart. It came with all sorts of colors and sizes, and it was totally worth it. And I grabbed the white ones. Obviously my baskets are white, so I just wanted to keep it consistent. And I just start to zip cord all the way around, connecting those two baskets. Once I have those together and my cords cut off, I go ahead and take this outside to spray paint. And what I'm looking for here, again, is another kind of effect. Something that transforms these from these wire baskets that are white and very plain into something special. Now that being said, if you liked the white, you could certainly leave it that way. But again, I wanted kind of a bronze, coppery type feel. So you will see me lay down a couple of different layers of spray paint very lightly just to try to get that effect. And then there, what else can I say? These two wire baskets have once again proven that they are a great find when it comes to making lamps. I love the way this looks. It's very industrial, but it has that clean line to it. And I really like the way the spray paint effect is making the whole dang thing pop. But again, let me know in the comments which one of these has been your favorite. So I'm sure you guys are all dying to know which design we opted to use and keep on our porch, and that is this one. Again, I'm partial to these baskets, you guys, and the way that this just popped with our porch was everything to me. So again, make sure you guys comment if you guys would have kept this one or if you would have chosen another. Quick and easy, and it is being made using some Dollar Tree finds. Those beautiful gold leaf placemats that we are all so into right now, and then those plastic bowls from the party section of Dollar Tree that you see me use a lot. So let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so again, this particular DIY is super freaking easy, and I love it. The only thing I would say is that I have my first layer of leaves dangling down because, of course, it's going to be a hanging lamp, and I want that. So I had to build a little something, and I used Aaron's help so that I could place my bowl on top and get it to lift up from my workspace and start to add my leaves. So I will say that if you're going to do this DIY, you're going to have to finagle something. You're going to have to create yourself some sort of apparatus, whatever, so that you can place your bowl somewhere and have space so that you can begin to add that first layer of leaves. After I add that first layer of leaves, I go in and then I shingle my second layer up at the top of the bowl. And I feel like, again, this just gives it really nice form. And when she's hanging and you guys see her at the end, you'll really appreciate this. Okay, so when I get all my leaves on and I am good to go, you will see me mark a little circle at the top of my bowl, and you will find out why later. But I do take her outside and I spray paint her white. Now, I'm not going for complete coverage on this. I really just wanted some of that gold to pop out, but not just be as gold as those leaves are. So obviously, if you are into gold, you can leave it as is, or you can spray paint it any color you like. So here is where having the right tools for the job come in. And that is my father's statement. He loves to say that all the time, is just having the right tools. I bought this hot knife and it's been awesome, specifically when working with Dollar Tree plastics, because it just slices literally right through it. And I did, I think, get this one from Amazon. I'll try to link it. Sometimes I forget. If I do and you want to know, just comment and let me know. And I go ahead and cut out that circle that I marked, because this is where our lamp is going to go. Okay, this is clearly a lamp for people who just want a piece, a show-stopping piece that people are going to comment about, that is literally just there like a piece of art. I could not believe how this came out. She is beautiful. I don't know. You guys comment below. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you're surprised at how I chose to use those placemats. As always. So this next DIY is going to be pretty quick and easy, and I'm going to be utilizing some of those rectangular chargers from the Dollar Tree, and I love these. These are lamp making gold. And then I will also be using 2 of those 5x5 square frames, also from the Dollar Tree. And you will watch as I get these connected together using hot glue, and then I will come back through, drill some pilot holes, and sink a screw into these, because I really like when my hanging light pieces are sturdy. And you will watch as this comes together. Once I had everything put together, I just took this outside and spray painted it a color that matched our living room decor. But if you liked that silver, you could certainly skip that step and leave it as is. So I love using those plastic Dollar Tree sink mats as a kind of a hack for lamp making. The holes in it kind of allow me, and the stretchiness allows me to kind of put my light fixture on, and it will just hang and dangle through this plastic mat. So I love this stuff. And I just connected using hot glue and also staples. So bada bing, bada boom. I made 2 of these because I like kind of that set where they're kind of off hanging. And I love these. I don't know. I loved these, I should say. We have revamped our living room several times since these lamps were up. But when we had these up, I love them. We still have them. They might actually be brought back into commission at some point because they were so beautiful in my personal opinion. But make sure to let me know again in the comments which one of the lamp DIYs that you're seeing today that you are loving. For this particular lamp, it's actually a sconce, and I will be using those arched frames that I got from the Dollar Tree, as well as some of those craft sticks that you can pick up from any hardware store. So let's get into it. Okay, so after opening up all my packs of sticks, I'm going to go ahead and stain them using Waverly Antique Wax. The next step I'm going to do is go ahead and prep my frames. And what I like to do is just sand around the frame where I'm going to be attaching anything via hot glue. This just helps with adhesion. Okay, so now we're going to start adding our sticks, and what you'll see me do is add a stick on both sides of the arched frame, and then once I have those attached, I will then flip the thing over and then attach the other side of the stir stick to my other frame. This will just give me my shape and make it so much easier when it comes time to apply all the rest of the sticks. These came out beautifully, and you guys know how quick and how easy this was, as you could see by the DIY. I highly recommend doing this. Obviously, we had a light fixture that we put this on, but you could easily make this a standalone hanging piece and put something in like a puck light and use these, but this is just beautiful. Comment below if you're just like surprised again at this particular DIY and the usage of those arch frames. And I'm so excited to share this with you guys. I'm basically using those MDF rounds, okay? You guys know that I love those wheel wreath forms as well. They're great for hanging lamps, and this will be a hanging lamp. And I'm using those placemats that if you guys watched my shorts, you would know and you would have seen me pick up from Dollar Tree. So I'm gonna be using those and then a couple of dowels. Let's get into it. Okay, so I have already prepped my top, and I prepped it by just cutting down that wheel form and adding it to the MDF circle. I do have several videos where I show this in detail, but I did skip that showing of that to you guys this time around. And I will start to add my dowels. Now I will add my dowels to my top first, and then I will flip her over, and then I will connect them to the bottom. Once everything is nice and connected and I have my drum, which you guys know, this is pretty much basically how I start off almost all of my lamps, is by getting this drum going. I go ahead and take her outside and I spray paint her black. Now this doesn't need to be a, you know, full coverage spray paint. This is just so that when we start wrapping the placemats, it doesn't show through with that unfinished wood. So this is where the quick and easiness of this lamp comes together. I am just laying down those placemats because I measured my dowels down so they are the exact right size for this placemat. And then I just start gluing her down, and then I just roll her across the placemats. When I get to a place where I need to cut down my placemat to fit, I do so, and then just go ahead and glue that on. And once that's finished, we've got our finished lamp shade. So again, I've shown this a couple of different times how I go ahead and get my hanging lamp cord in, as well as showing you guys what sort of hanging lamp cord I use. I'll link a few videos in the comment box if you want to check that out. But now that she's good to go, we can go ahead and style her. Okay, I love the way that this turned out. It is perfect for our porch revamp. As you guys know, we've been revamping a few places in our home, and the porch was no exception. Make sure to comment if you guys are loving this lamp as well. It's so simple, it's so classic, it's high-end looking, I love it. Okay, so what you'll see me do is take a kind of a wood cutout, a big round wood cutout that I got from Temu last year. I'll try to link it below if I can still find it. And I basically just add some tumbling tower blocks glued down all around the edge of that circle. Okay, so once my blocks are down, I go back in with some fairy lights that I got from Walmart, and I basically just add these to the blocks and just kind of go all around in a circle, and I think I wound up going around at least twice, the circle twice. So once my lights are on, I go ahead and add a little bit of hot glue to my tumbling tower blocks and then connect that round piece to my pizza pan. Okay, so the last things I do, just to give this again a little bit of flair, is I add some greenery that I had to cover up that little hole, and then I also came through and distressed it with just a little bit of Waverly Antique Wax. Okay, so as my girl Joy once said, stop it, run all the way to North Carolina and back. This turned out incredibly. I don't know that I've ever seen anybody do this with a pizza pan before. Comment if you have, but I love this. It's beautiful as is, but when the light pops on, stunning. I don't know. Let me know which one of these DIYs you guys loved. Obviously, the entertaining pieces were just beautiful, and I loved those as well, but this lighting piece, it's got me in a chokehold too. Okay, so I like to start by prepping my platters. That means taking that weird little sticker that they have off the back, but also sanding it in the places that I intend to glue it. I just find that this helps it adhere a little bit better, and that just makes my life easier. And I'm going to go ahead and just preface this whole audio by saying that it is beautiful here where I live, and I do have my windows open, so if you hear some birds, if you hear some stuff, that is what that is. Make sure to comment below if the weather is getting going where you guys live. So what I go ahead and do is I start applying those MDF circles to my platter. And I will be applying one at the top and bottom of my platter. And to make my life easier, I just apply this first one and then another one directly across from it, so then I can stand this whole thing up on my work table and then start to add my other ones. And you will see how this comes together. So after getting my platters all applied, just using hot glue, I come through and drill a couple of pilot holes and then sink a screw in. Because you guys know that I do not play around. I like for my projects to be reinforced. Okay, so this part is how we are going to basically attach our hanging light string, if you will. So I'm just using one of those wheel forms that I got from the Dollar Tree. I love these things. If you guys intend to make lamps, make sure that you pick them up. And then I'm using another one of those MDF rounds. And I will basically cut that wheel down to match the size of my MDF round. And then I will apply that using a staple gun, and then I will actually take this whole thing and put it on top of my lamp, basically sandwiching, if you will, the wheel form using a combination of hot glue and E6000. Because this is being used as part of my office remodel, which you guys will see a video of that whole look coming up, I wanted this to be a different color. Silver is fine, and certainly if that works for your decor, go with it. But for me, I painted it kind of this retro, almost green color, which I really loved. So I know in the past, a few of you guys have been interested in what sort of lighting I use and how I get it into my lamps. So I thought I would include these couple of clips. The light that I used was a dimmable light, which I love, that I picked up from Amazon. And then I'm also just gonna show you guys how I got it into our design. And I'm using as a demo another lamp DIY that is Well, as always, I thank you guys so much for watching. I truly do appreciate you. Make sure to subscribe if you have not already. And of course, I invite you to come back, hang out, and be okay with us.